Learn from the lessons of those who have gone before you. Good morning, everybody. I read that once in a fortune cookie. Learn the lessons of those who have gone before you. And that is one piece of advice I need to remember to adhere to. I'm going to share one of those lessons I'm going to send out to all of my subscribers from myself. I've made it pretty clear the mistakes that I've made along the way, and I'm definitely willing to share those. And the reason I do that is, you know, some of them are quite embarrassing, but it's my hope to, you know, that no one else will make some of the same mistakes that I've made along the way. And the reason I feel so strongly about that is I've learned so much from everybody around me, those who've gone before me, other YouTubers, people who have taken the time to share their knowledge and their experience. So I guess I'll begin the day with a short story and then go into the valuable lesson. I get into camp last evening, and I believe it was called the Congdon Shelter or something of that nature, and I'll explain why I don't know the name of it or can't recall it in just a moment. So get into camp, find a nice camp spot and everything, and there's some folks in there who are heading southbound on some section hikes, but also yesterday began the long trail for many people who are out on the AT. And the long trail actually runs with the AT for the first, I believe it's 100 and a couple miles, and then it splits off and continues on north for about another 170 miles, something like that. So some new faces in camp last evening, some familiar faces. We're all just having a good time. First thing I did when I got there was set up my tent, set up camp. Notice I had 3 bars of Verizon wireless service, which pretty much never happens on the trail. So immediately I connect my phone to my battery bank, my Rav Power 1 pound, 26,800 milliamp hour power delivery battery bank that I've been hauling all the way, which has fulfilled all of my electronics needs. My GoPro, my 4 GoPro batteries, my phone, and my headlamp. All of my electronics has kept everything up and running for usually 4 to 5 days at a time. Do all my editing on my phone. I use a lot of battery power in short, so I connect my phone. I have good service. I'm attempting to upload yesterday's video that hasn't made it yet. And so I go down to have my dinner and enjoy some social time with all the other hikers, thinking that when I come back, my video will be uploaded and I just have to finish a couple clerical things on the video and go ahead and publish it. So I come back to my tent. The screen on my phone is black. I'm thinking, oh no, what happened? I try to turn my phone on. Nothing. It's like, your battery's dead. You know, I'm surprised Siri didn't say that. Your battery's dead. So she disagrees with everything else. So I look at my battery bank and I'm like, what's going on? I have like half a bank of power. Press the button, one single light blinks, notifying me that my battery bank is dead. So I realize I'm completely out of battery power. I can't upload my videos, can't do any editing, and end up notifying my sweetheart via my Spot device, which is my backup for everything. I activate that and send her a message that this is where I'm staying tonight and I'm okay and I love you. Of course, you can send those custom text messages on the Spot device. So here I am the next morning, day number 2 in Vermont, pushing north, everybody. Freestyling like I always do. But now the trail has dictated to me my schedule. I have to head down off the mountain here, and actually at the top of the next peak, I'm planning on calling a hotel which provides a shuttle, and I'm going to head into town, and I'm going to recharge my batteries, go ahead and take full advantage of the day. Sadly, well, I'm going to be heading into Bennington, and that's like 4 miles off trail, and that would be the closest place that I would have to recharge all of my electronics. So there's also a very reasonable hotel there for around $60 a night. 5-0's behind me. He may stop in and take advantage of, you know, chopping the hotel room, getting cleaned up, getting some laundry done. But you know, moral of the story is learn from my mistake. If you are a vlogger or you're simply trying to you know, keep your phone up and running with a good choice in battery bank, and I did make a good choice. The flaw in my plan was when I hiked to the top of Mount Greylock, I believe 2 days ago, I did not take full advantage of finding an outlet in the lodge and topping off my battery bank. That is so critical. In fact, when I left, I'm trying to think, it was Great Barrington, I believe it was. When I left there, we had stopped at a lodge along the way to grab a couple sodas. I plugged in, got it topped off. But the moral of the story is always protect your battery bank. And yes, it is great to be out here not being able to run my electronics. I'm hoping that this battery, my last battery for my GoPro, doesn't go dead while filming here this morning. But yeah, learn from my mistake. Every opportunity you have, regardless of where you stop, get that battery bank plugged in. It's great to have some peace and quiet out here, but remember, when you're out here, your loved ones may be depending upon your simple text message letting them know that you are safe and there's no problems. And from my experience the past couple of years online, on some of the Facebook pages, some families have put out some pleas to, hey, help me find, you know, my son or my husband. I haven't heard from him for 2 or 3 days. And it could be one of these situations like right now. So invest in a good battery bank, keep it topped off, and you wouldn't be making unnecessary stops like myself. So there you have it. Learn from my mistake. Another chapter in mistakes of a rookie thru hiker. I don't care. It's a beautiful morning. I'm in Vermont, everybody. 11 states down, 3 to go. Pushing north. Okay, everybody, I made it into the Catamount Motel here in Bennington, Vermont. I actually exited the AT at Vermont Route 9, mile 1613.8. It's going to give me a whopping 4.3 miles for the day, that being a 0 in here to the motel. So before I sign off, it will be kind of a short video here today, or maybe not, because I'm about to talk about a topic that many of you have asked a couple times about. what does my resupply look like? I'm going to show you that in just a minute. So whenever I arrived here, I went ahead and had all of my laundry taken care of, and I think I was out for maybe 4 or 5 days or something like that. Laundry definitely needed to be taken care of, and if you're paying attention to that clip, you probably have an idea where I'm about to eat this evening. So let's go ahead and take a look at my food supply. Now, if you recall, a few short videos ago, I actually received a resupply package from home in Cheshire, Massachusetts. So one of the important things to do whenever you come into town is you got to verify your food is set and ready to go, because every now and again you're going to get the munchies and you're going to start reaching in your bag and eating up all your snacks, and then next thing you know, you wake up one day and you're going to be short on your resupply. So I've already done that, filled a couple holes. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the items that I carry. All of this varies all the time, but just to give you an idea, what you see here laid out on the bed is on average of about a 4-day food carry. So we'll start down here with breakfast and just take it from the top. I have a packet of coffee here. A drink that I make in the mornings when I like to get up and go is I'll simply take one of these Carnation high protein breakfast mixes, and I want to emphasize that it's the high protein version. It's about double the cost of the regular one, but it has some protein in there to help anchor your day. So I'll take and mix in a drink a packet of Carnation, 2 to 3 sticks of coffee. I'll also put some chia seeds in there, shake everything up. That's my walking drink for the morning. But before I hit the trail, I will usually have some kind of a protein bar. These are the cheaper Walmart version of protein bars. These are the Nature Valley. There's all kinds of stuff out there. And another item that I've kind of discovered, and it's kind of getting really popular with the hikers out here, it's the Belvita little cookies here. These are 230 calories a pack, and I'm telling you, that packet is as light as a feather. They have several different varieties and flavors, and it says here their claim is nutritious, steady energy for 4 hours. Regardless, they taste really good. And any of the items here, as far as these protein bars and snacks, all of this stuff can be mixed and matched any way you want. I also try to keep just a couple packets of oatmeal in here. Because every now and again I like to get up and have a hot breakfast, hot coffee. I may even take hot coffee and mix the protein drink with it, have some oatmeal if it's a little cooler in the morning, or if I just want some variety. So swinging over for lunch, this is definitely a mix match of several items. I have a beef stick with some cheese, some Duke's shorty sausages. I have some trail mix here that I like to mix in with some stuff. Tuna packets here I like to enjoy. There's a ton of different flavors. Peanut butter and jelly. Here's some of the jelly packets that I pick up along the way at some of the different food stores or fast food places and stuff like that. Always just quick and simple to mix up with some peanut butter. And all of these items are actually put together in a tortilla, or you can just eat it right out of the pack, whatever you want to do. So that's just to give you an idea of what one of my lunches may look like. Currently, I've been eating 2 lunches, so I would typically take 1 tortilla and a combination of something here for like lunch number 1. Lunch number 2 would be the same thing, and you can mix and match again all these items, whatever you feel like for variety. Stepping over here for dinner, again, my condiment department. Very, very important. I got hot sauce in there, packets of mayonnaise, there's some sriracha sauce. Anything to take your dinners, just to give it a little bit deeper of a dynamic when you're putting things together for your dinner. Anyone who's ever been in the military, hot sauce makes everything taste better. So here's an idea of some of my dinners. I'll show you here. This is actually broccoli cheddar mac, or broccoli cheddar pasta, I should say. Packet of Spam down in there, you can see. Here I have a packet of pad thai. It'll be used in conjunction with a packet of tuna. So you always want to have, a lot of times people use the north side, but you want to add a protein with it. Here I'll have a little packet of beef jerky, and I'll add to this packet of ramen here. I also typically carry some dried vegetables. I'll throw a couple of tablespoons in there. And then as a thickener, because whenever I'm cooking this stuff, I use the freezer bag method. You add hot water to it, and always add a little extra hot water, because I want to kind of extend this recipe for more volume. And I'll usually put just a little bit of Idahoan instant mashed potatoes in that if it's too soupy. So the The potatoes I'll actually use as a thickener, and in a pinch, this could even be a meal. You could add something else to that if you needed it. Extra packet of ramen for an emergency. I eat these dry. These are fantastic. Also, stepping over into my, well, first let's talk about, before we speak of snacks, these are my Electrolyte sticks and powders. This is the watermelon limeade from Walmart that I love so much. Has electrolytes. Also has 80 milligrams of caffeine in there for an extra punch. And a lot of times I will use that in conjunction with the Noon product, which is an excellent source of electrolytes. I'm going to be honest with the Noons. They don't taste the greatest, but if you mix that with another type of a drink stick or a tea, use your imagination. You can really make these taste better. But the Noon tablets are an outstanding product to keep you going on the trail. And just some more variety of snacks here. Some Larabar, Snickers, Snickers almond. Boy, they're really awesome. Again, just some mix and match protein bars. I have some peanut M&Ms here put together at home. There is some Skittles, some other candies, even some cereal that I had taken from a hotel breakfast bar. Just emptied the little cereal packet into a baggie, and you guys get the idea. Always carry some extra good quality Ziploc or Glad non-slide zipper lock freezer bags to cook in. So I always have an extra supply of those. There's my Lexada spoon, titanium spoon. And I definitely use a spoon versus a spork because you don't want your spork poking holes in your baggies. And we're in the home stretch here. Be patient here for a second, everybody. I use this little clamp here. It's a paper clamp, and if I'm in a pinch and I'm out of baggies, and I have, for instance, a north side, let's use example the potatoes here. I would zip the top off, stand it up, pour my hot water in, and I would actually fold that down, and I would use that little clamp there to clamp the top shut and just stand it up against something so it could cook in its own bag, and you don't have to worry about the contents coming out. And I have some mini hair ties. They come in handy. If I'm not using my entire batch of potatoes, just using it to as a thickener or to extend the recipe, I can roll that up, put my little hair ties around it, and we are golden. All of those items I will pack up in my Light AF. This is their large food bag, and I've actually added a couple reflective dots to the bottom of my bag, actually the sides as well. So when you're doing your bear hang, and you're hanging it up in a tree, I've even taken and put the W on there, because if you're in a crowded campsite or shelter area and everybody has, you know, if it's a bear pole or whatever, everyone's bag's hanging in the air. A lot of times someone will have a bag just like yours, and you want to be able to distinguish yours, so when you take that bag down, you know you have the right stuff there for you. So there's a little glimpse inside my food bag. I definitely like to mix things up on occasion. I have a huge variety of things that I like, but that's actually what I'm carrying here at the moment. Also on occasion when I'm in town, I will order a pizza, and I'll eat half the pizza, say, for dinner, and I'll have a couple slices for breakfast the next day in the morning, and I'll even pack a slice or two out for the trail. Also on occasion, I'll pack a sandwich out or half of a sub, and what I'll do is I'll ask for the mayonnaise to be, you know, held on that order, and I'll get some packets of mayonnaise, and I'll add the mayonnaise once I'm out on the trail, because that's one thing that you have to be concerned about, spoiling, you know, in the heat or something like that. But if you refrigerate that sandwich every night, it's usually going to last to at least, you know, mid-afternoon when you're out there, so you can enjoy that. So my question is, for those of you who have hiked before, what's in your food bag? What are your favorites? Put it in the comments below. Hopefully I can learn from it, and everybody else can learn from it as well. So my batteries are charged, and it is time to get some editing done. So I'm going to get to it, everybody. Thank you so much for walking with me. Thank you for watching Wild on the Trail, and I will see you on the trail tomorrow. Good night, everybody.